Welcome to a Team Richardson tutorial. Today, we will be building an image classifier using Microsoft Azure's Custom Vision service. What is image classification? It's a branch of computer vision where an algorithm is trained to translate the pixels of an image into a label or a classification. To illustrate this, let's take a look at the picture of an orange and the apple here. We're going to ask our algorithm to provide a label for each one of these images. Let's start with the orange. We feed in the pixels. The algorithm is going to look at the color, the patterns, the texture, the shapes, and come back with a determination, in this case, orange. Similarly, we could feed in the picture of the apple, and the algorithm will come back and let us know that this is, in fact, an apple. You can imagine that this AI algorithm could be trained to recognize all different types of fruit, cherries, cantaloupes, watermelon, you name it. This algorithm is going to be able to train it by providing sufficient number of photos. But once the algorithm has learned all of these different classes or types of fruit, it's going to be able to predict images that it's never seen before. Before we get too far into our tutorial, we wanted to take a minute to step back and just make a distinction between what is image classification that we're going to be focused on today versus object detection. These are two different computer algorithms, and they often get mixed up. Let's take a look at image classification. In our case, we're providing a picture of a cat, and the algorithm will analyze it and come back with a single label, cat. Let's contrast this with object detection, where we feed in the picture of the cat and the dog. In this case, the algorithm is able to identify the cat once again, but this time it has what we call a bounding box or a dotted white line drawn on the image telling us where the cat is. In addition to that, if there's another object in the image, such as the dog in this case, that object will be identified as well. Here we can see the bounding box for the dog. Image classification, object detection have different use cases, and for today's tutorial, we're going to focus on image classification. And we're going to be leveraging Microsoft Azure's platform to do this. Leveraging Microsoft Azure's platform as a service is going to provide many benefits, including a low-code environment, meaning we're not going to have experienced developers or Python experts. In fact, this lowers the barrier to entry for most people to get into AI. In addition, Azure provides pre-built models, meaning that you're not going to have to go out into the market or build your own model. You can just leverage the ones that are available within the platform itself. Third, machine learning and AI projects require a lot of compute, CPU, memory, and storage. Leveraging the cloud will address these challenges. Ultimately, this is going to reduce your upfront costs and provide a faster time to market. There are many use cases for image classification. Consider a production line where people today need to visually inspect products on the line. With image classification, this can be done much more efficiently and more accurately using an image classifier. Or consider medical use cases where X-rays can be analyzed for broken bones or for cancerous tumors. A third example is in marketing and sales, where image search can be used to quickly find a product that a person is looking for simply by taking a photo of it, and it's found instantly online. These are just three of the many, many use cases out there. Ultimately, by implementing an image classifier in your business context, you'll be able to deliver better products, reduce costs, and have happier customers. In this tutorial, we're going to build an image classifier that's able to identify different types of fruit. The knowledge you gain through this exercise can be used in your own business context. First, we'll start with Lesson 1, the Azure platform. Let's learn and understand this excellent platform that we can leverage. In Lesson 2, we'll set up our first AI project. Then we'll move right into training the model. Finally, once it's trained, let's take a look at the performance and see how well it works. In our last lesson, Lesson 5, we'll address API integration and how you can deploy this model in a real-world setting. All right, why don't we just get started now?